here we have gathered
Going Ike, Napa, and I've got two keepers. One there and one here, yeah!
Never give up! Never give up! Ah!
When I fish like him, you know I'm fishing hard. You might just wanna sit it down. Going Ike, every time I'm rolling up into my spot, I get so hyped up. I think I'm going Ike. I got one goal, and that's gold. If we ain't into fish, then we're hitting the road. I live the life of a fisherman that never gets old. So welcome to the show. Come on, yo, we're going Ike.
You know, looking at our schedule, it's one of the hardest things to plan to film a show, and we found a set of dates where my wife, Becky, was going to be doing a run.
My name is Becky Iaconelli. I'm the keeper of this chaos, mission control, and the momager. One of the main reasons for coming this week was so that I could run the 200-mile Ragnar from San Francisco to Napa with 11 other lovely ladies from the bass fishing world.
It's crazy, I know.
So the race is a 200-mile relay. Someone is always running. So we run through the night. It takes about 36 hours, and we take turns. There's a baton always being handed off, and you run nonstop the 200 miles, and you start in one location, you make it to the next.
Let's try to do this. Let's try to film a show in conjunction with this trip. Looked at the map, said, what's around Napa? I found this lake, Lake Berryessa, and found out that Berryessa is a killer lake. It's known for a lot of big bass, and on top of that, it has all three species, largemouth, smallmouth, and it's got spotted bass. So it has the triple threat. About a year earlier, we had a guy on the show. His name was Aaron Britt. He's a FLW Tour competitor, and I knew he lived right near Lake Berryessa, and told Aaron, you know, man, I'm gonna be up there. It's a short window. We're only gonna have one day to get this filmed. He was excited. Not only did he know the lake, but he guides on the lake a little bit, and he would love to film up there. So Aaron got to do a little bit of fishing out there before this show, and man, he was jacking them. Like, he would send me pictures, and he'd have, you know, 4 smallmouths, all like 3 to 4 pounds. He'd have big largemouth, spotted bass. And, you know, he said that although the fishing wasn't off the chain, it wasn't just easy, he said that, you know, he was excited about the possibility. I meet Aaron in the parking lot. It's still dark out, and I spend about an hour preparing some tackle, getting some stuff ready. I've only got 6 rods with me. So I've got 2 spinning, 4 casting rods, and I'm just trying to get these things ready, tying on a lot of stuff that Aaron's suggesting is gonna work. You know, I was a little kind of in shambles. Mentally, I'm ready to fish. I'm ready to catch the triple threat. Physically, I'm a little beat down, you know. I got to him on the tail end of another trip, another filming of Going Ike. And so I'm like 3 or 4 days on the road between airplanes and filming and 300-mile car rides. I'm a little burned out. You know, we finally get the boat in the water, and dude, you couldn't ask for a better start to the morning.
Nice.
Woo! Woo! Boom, baby. Woo! Look at that fish! Woo!
Big fish of the trip so far. Nice fish, man.
We're here in Northern California, Lake Berryessa. I'm fishing with Aaron Britt. Aaron, how you doing?
Doing very well,
Good
man.
to see you, bro.
Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
I'm stoked about this.
This is a fun lake. This is a lake right now, particularly this time of year, where you have an opportunity to catch big ones. You know, anytime you're in California, big fish are swimming, and hopefully we get a hook one today.
Our goal today, this is what I want to make happen. 3 bass of 3 different species.
Right.
Smallmouth, spot, and largemouth.
That's it.
Can we make that happen today?
We're gonna make it happen today.
We're gonna make it happen. Lake Berryessa, come on, let's go. and I'm looking out, and it's the most beautiful lake I've ever seen in my life. Dude, I'm not kidding you. Cliffs and mountains and rolling hills. The lake level's low. It's about 30 or 40 foot low, so you see the bank and the rock. There's this fog, this Northern California fog that's just rolling through the hills. It's one of the reasons that I fish, for those moments and those experiences. But I'm excited, Aaron's excited, we're jacked up, and we're gonna start out fishing a couple finesse techniques, a drop shot technique, a tube technique. Just for the first couple hours, we're gonna get some fish in the boat and we're gonna settle down, and then we're gonna try to go for some bigger fish. We just start on some real typical Main Lake rock points. We go to the first spot and nothing. We go to the second spot and nothing. We go to the third spot, and this one is one that they always live around, and nothing.
You know it's tough when Mike Iaconelli can't catch a fish. Right?
They are just fish everywhere.
Yeah, I know, that's why.
This is crazy.
You know, it's no big deal, because in a day of fishing, you've got to figure them out, and you've got to learn what the fish are doing. By the fifth or sixth spot, you know, we're about an hour in, and we still haven't caught a keeper. I don't want to say that I'm getting nervous, but I'm starting to feel a little bit of pressure. And I look at Aaron, and I can kind of tell he is as well. And finally, I throw that drop shot out there, and one eats it.
Get him. Yeah. Oh. Caught me with my hand off the reel handle.
I'm like, all right, you know, it's the first bite of the day. Talking with Aaron, you know, knowing that we're gonna get 20 or 30 bites apiece today, I'm not even stressed about it, you know? And I throw out there with that drop shot. Dude, and this one jacks it on the way down. And I mean,
Oh, come on.
Did he come off?
It was instantaneous.
Crazy.
these are 2 bites I just totally bruised. When that fish came off, I thought, man, I hope these last 2 bites I caught don't come back and haunt me.
You got it, son.
You little guy.
Is it brown one?
Yeah, it's
Spacey number 1.
That don't even count.
It doesn't count though. We have to be keepers though, right?
Yeah, they gotta be keepers.
You know, we went a while more with no bites finessing, and Aaron made a decision that we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna mix it up, and we decide to throw an Alabama rig. I'm excited because it's a technique that I don't have a lot of experience with. We're not allowed to legally use them in BASS events, and because of that, I never really invested a lot of time learning these baits. And I mean, we're not out there 5 minutes.
Oh, hit a rock.
Big one. Giant. Oh, giant.
Oh my God, dude, your rod just stopped.
This is a giant. I mean giant.
Giant?
I mean giant.
And dude, I watch his rod tip, and that rod, it's like he set the hook into a giant boulder.
Like giant.
Oh my God!
Get him! Get him! Oh, I lost him.
Are you serious?
Yay! Oh my God! Bro, he got the middle one too.
Dude, I mean hammered. Hamtown.
That's 6-pounder.
That's 6-pounder.
Look at the gut on that thing. It doesn't even look real.
That's how they look.
Now that's a keeper. And that's species number 1.
Yeah, buddy.
Largemouth bass on the chandelier rig.
So now we only need to catch, like, you know, 2 more species, and we've accomplished our mission. And I pick up the A-rig now, and I'm really trying to get a feel to what to do with this system. And you know, a lot of people think an Alabama rig is just something you throw out and reel in. It's an idiot bait. It is not an idiot bait. And I make a cast out there, and I let it sink to the bottom. I'm reeling it slow, and all of a sudden, my rod just stops. Oh God! And I'm like, am I snagged? And I finally, after like 2 hours, catch my first keeper of the day. He has a chandelier over his head! He hit the middle one too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sticks out a little further.
They always hit the middle one?
No, not always. It just sticks out a little further.
There's my first Berryessa bass right there. Very excited about that.
Go tell your mom to bite now.
Yeah. We're stoked now. All of a sudden we go from worrying we're not even gonna get a bite to, you know, excited that we found a pattern.
Little outhouse.
Really?
Yep.
Never seen that before.
You're kidding.
No.
No, almost every lake up here in California have them.
It is! There's a toilet in here. Look at that.
Waiting for you, sir.
Step up to Exmark, the mowers that have been beautifying landscapes for more than 3 decades. Featuring high-performance zero-turn riders like the new Exmark Radius, starting at just $49.99. With any Exmark, you'll get a great-looking cut in less time, every time. That's why landscape pros purchase Exmark 2-to-1 over the next best-selling brand. So what are you waiting for? Put an Exmark to work on your property. Find your local dealer or request a free demo today at weareexmark.com.
So we get that A-rig and we start running main lake points and main lake islands. And we go from being super excited to being a little bit worried again.
Yeah, we definitely could use one.
Yeah, we will. It's just a matter of time. I say that just to keep my spirits in good, even though, even if I don't believe myself, I still just say it. Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
And we're just not catching them. It's one of those things where a lot of times when things start going downhill and you don't adjust, you just get into a rut mentally, you know? You know, for Aaron, he's running a lot of history. He's trying to make it happen, right?
All right, I'm trying to think here.
But for me, you know, I just started getting frustrated, you know, and I wasn't mad at Aaron, I wasn't mad at anyone, but I just started getting frustrated that we could not get these fish to bite.
Man, I can't fish slow like this. This is painful. This is not the way I like to fish. I can't do it.
God. Oh, man. Dude, this is becoming old.
You know, what made it worse was that everywhere we went, we looked at that Lowrance graph, you would see the arcs.
Need some marinara sauce to go with the spaghetti.
You'd see the bait balls, you'd see the fish. And I mean everywhere. You're throwing A-rig, you're dropping a drop shot on them, you're trying a tail spinner, you're doing everything you could do to make these fish bite, and you can't get them to bite. On top of that, I made a very big mistake. It's one of the cardinal sins of fishing, which is I'm not eating, I'm not stopping to drink, and you know, all that starts to catch up with you, and it makes things worse.
Yeah.
It's not a bass.
It's gotta be.
Find out what they are. They're bluegill.
What?
That's what's been hitting my... It's a nice bluegill. You're cool looking fish though.
Huh.
You know, finally, with about 2 hours left, Aaron calls it audible, and we make a last split-minute decision. You know, we're gonna run to the very north end of the lake. All of a sudden, it was like a miracle. The wind picked up a little bit. You know, all day we've been dealing with slick, calm conditions. So it was almost like we could still make it happen.
I couldn't catch.
Wrong species.
I couldn't catch a smallmouth to save my life, or a largemouth to save my life.
And
now
now
I can't
that's all
catch
we're
a smallmouth.
catching.
Fishing's so funny, dude. It's a nice one.
We pull into a pocket, and now we're starting to see bait with our eyes, and we're starting to see some swirls and some busts. One of my favorite baits for fishing around, visible bait, and it's a jerk bait, a bait by Rapala. It's called a shadow wrapped shad, and it's in the deeper version, so it's got a little bit deeper bill on it, and the way I'm fishing it is just very erratic, throwing it around these balls of bait, and I start fishing this jerk bait. I hook up.
I think it's a smallie. I knew they'd eat that jerkbait. He's barely got him hooked too. You can flip him. Oh! Brown one. Good one, dude. And left.
Oh, God.
That's a good one, dude.
He hooked my jacket.
That's a 3.
Oh my gosh, here we are, and I finally caught another bass, and it's the second species of the day.
What?
It's a smallmouth.
Oh, Nick.
Once he saw that I caught that on the jerkbait, and we're seeing these balls of bait, he makes a decision to pull out a really different drop shot technique. And this is a drop shot with a swim bait on it. And it's a really unique presentation because you're drop shotting, but with a small swim bait, you're really starting to imitate that little bait that's all around us.
What I didn't do either was go, oh my God.
Reels it back in, adjusts his swim bait, throws back out there that same spot. Please be a spot, be a spot.
Spot?
Is it a spot? Yeah,
Is it a spot?
it is. Yeah. Yeah.
The spot.
Get in the boat.
And that moment right there, although the day has been frustrating, our goal was to come to Lake Berryessa to catch the triple threat. And when that spot came in, we did it. And we keep fishing for about another hour, even though we accomplished our mission.
That is definitely a bite there. Dude murdered it. Well, better smallmouth. Ain't a big one, but. Oh, brown one. Oh, we found him nonetheless. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Look where I got him hooked.
That's
why it
weird
felt-
place.
that's
That's
why
why
it
it felt so good. Right there, that's a smallmouth. Oh.
Black.
Oh, got him! You got him? Black. Oh! Surfed him! Oh! Oh, another one! He got two, or he had two of them, bro.
Two hooks?
He had two, he ate two of them.
So we ended up putting 3 or 4 more fish in the boat. 5 o'clock rolls around and we head back to the ramp. You know, this is one of those deals in fishing, and the longer you do it, you'd think it'd be easier to handle, but not every day works out perfect, you know? There's always ups and downs in fishing and in this sport. And today, even though it was a struggle, we accomplished our mission. We put 3 different species in the boat. Mission accomplished. I gotta tell you, fishing with Aaron was a great experience, and it was mission accomplished. Tough day on Berryessa, but we got it done. Giant largemouth, smallmouth, spotted bass. We caught our triple
threat,
threesome,
yeah.
triple threat, whatever you want to call it.
Love to be out here with you, man. Had a great time. Wish we could have caught him better, but you know what? We got one good one. We got the threesome, so we're happy.
But guess what? This trip isn't over. Along with Becky doing this amazing Ragnar run, me filming a Going Ike episode on Lake Berryessa, part 3 of this trip is I'm getting married again. Every year since we got married, Becky and I made a decision that every year we're going to renew our vows.
Yeah, so we're a little wacky, Mike and I, and we renew our vows every year. We try to do it all over the world. This year, we're in Napa Valley to renew our vows.
It's fun, gives us a chance to go places and visit new sites, and it's a really cool reminder of why we like each other. And why we love each other. On top of that, we're gonna have a lot of friends here with us this week. Ish Monroe, the girls that Becky ran with on her race, they're all gonna come here to watch us renew our vows. There's a little catch to this. I'm not gonna agree to marry Becky again unless she goes fishing with me.
Do I expect anything crazy to happen today? Yes, most likely, because something always crazy happens.
Beloved, here we have gathered amidst this magnificent cathedral of creation.
I take you to be my spouse.
A.
To
keep laughing with you in joy.
To keep laughing with you in joy. As long as we both shall live.
Shower you with rose petals. We'll be with you throughout your happy ever after. Thus it is, Mike and Becky, by the re-giving of your rings and the speaking of your vows, on the witness of all these wonderful runners, I now repronounce the two of you, Mike and Becky, as husband and wife, because you're right.
Wait, you have to go fishing with me today.
Fine.
Okay.
Never give up.
Becky has it.
So, and he's talking about pink.
Never mind the wet spot. Were you comfortable saying yes?
Yeah, hey, as long as I get to drink wine and have fun and laugh the whole time, I'll do whatever.
Okay, so we're fishing.
We're fishing.
Okay, there you have it. I love you.
I love you too.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wine.
Water's kind of dark here.
Let's just catch one and move on.
Got one! Yeah! Woo! Thank you guys, first cast. And we got married today. Congratulations. Thank you, appreciate that.
Going Ike, Napa, and I've got two keepers. One there and one here. Yeah!
That was cheating.
I didn't cheat. I threw it right next to the dock. A lot of stuff happened this week. Good, bad, everything in between.
Yep.
But the one thing I can tell you, I love you a lot.
I love you too.
Let's go.
Let's go.
For information on the product and gear used in this show, go to MikeIaconelli.com and follow me on my social feeds at Mike Iaconelli. And if you want to help grow the sport of fishing, get kids involved. Go to theikefoundation.org to figure out information on how you can help get involved in getting kids fishing.
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.